Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Another episode, number 5 of the Insomniac Quilting Series. I have decided, before I say anything, to tell you that you need to subscribe. You do, to my channel. I may not have the best, clearest videos, but someday I will get there. For now, just subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can just watch the crappy videos of the things that I do. So, other than that, like and share my videos. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I've decided, Lacey gave me for my birthday in her box that she sent me with her block, some fabric, as you can see here. And it's scraps. I've gone and pressed it, and I was like, thinking the day I opened it, this would make an adorable purse. There's not much here to work with, which is perfect because I can't make a quilt out of it, and I don't know what else I'd throw it in, and they're lovely colors together, so why not throw them together and make another purse? Except I'm going to make it a little bit different, and it's all improv because I'm just doing whatever, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a cute purse in hopes it turns out cute. I grabbed off some of my crap 60/40 polyester stuff so that I could quilt with it, as well as some black to use as the lining. And then I separated this color because there's only this much of this color, a couple little pieces to use as the pockets on the inside of the purse, since there's already a black one for the outside. So it'll work out perfect. And then the black will be the lining. The white's what I'm quilting with, so it'll be a double layer. It's going to be just as thick as the last one I made. And the reason why I'm not working on Dresden right now is because I don't have a color that I have 4 yards or more of that looks right just yet. So I need something that I have more than 4 yards of, just in case, because it came out pretty big. So until I have something that has 4 yards, I know you guys say, oh yeah, you have tons of solids. I don't have the right one. I want to do white, but I'm not sure yet. So since I'm stuck in limbo on that one, I'm just going to let it go for tonight and make a cute little purse. So I'm going to move this mouse out of my way, and I'm just going to get to it. And I am so weirded out that right now's video is way clearer than last night's. I mean, earlier today's video was really crappy. Okay, whatever works. So I am thinking these pieces are all the same size, and these pieces are pretty much the same size. I have a feeling that these were probably fat quarters originally. I'm going to stack them all up nicely. I just kind of threw them on here. I'm going to stack them nicely, and I think I'm going to cut this size to this same size to start with, because I think the front of the bag will be around this size. I'm not sure how big this is going to be. It's not going to be a very big bag like my last one, but it will be close. I have hairs all over my hands because I have a special cream on my hands, and I had a special cream lotion stuff on my hands to heal them for like the last couple hours. So now everything is sticking to them. So yeah, I'm trying to like work, but it feels like things are crawling on me. It's really just fuzz and hairs and stuff. So what is everybody doing tonight? Hi, Sue Ann. Your Tiffany is watching with you. Awesome. Well, tell your Tiffany to enjoy, because I am making another improv bag out of all of this, which should be fun. Oh, there's another one. Hi, Debbie. All right, so don't forget, you guys all got to be in your pajamas, hanging out. Can't sleep. Got to be in our pajamas to do some sewing. All right, so I'm going to stack all of this up nicely so that everything can be cut. I'm going to cut these down to this size, I think, for the whole thing. Although these look like I could get 10-inch squares out of. Let's almost 10 inches. It's not, some are not. I'm just going to cut them and do my own thing anyway, so, and have fun with it. Let's try to get them somewhat lined up where I can do all the cutting of the selvages at the same exact time and know how big this bag will end up. So should I cut them in this length like this? Yes, I shall. Okay, so I'm going to line them up, the selvages like this, so I can at least get this first. Oh, look at that, the perfect, almost perfect size ruler. So we're going to cut these all this length. Ta-da! And we'll save those towards straps or something. I am going to work with this. Now, I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. I never do. Your bags are so fun. Yes, we are in our jammies. Good, because I'm in mine, like always. Actually, I don't think I leave my pajamas. Billy's in her PJs, snacking at 1:15 in the morning and now watching me. I just got done snacking. So I was like, I ate some candy and I was thinking, I'm really going to play with that fabric. I want to make a purse. So that's what led me in here to make a purse. So let's find out how many inches we have. And I got to get used to this new ruler. So let's get used to it by reading how much, where's my numbers right here? 1, whatever. So let's see how much available cutting space we have, sort of. It's not quite 10 inches. Let's see if I trim that edge. Got about 9 3/4 I could use. And this one we got, like I said, I'm getting used to this ruler. I'm not used to it yet. Thanks to Teresa, she sent me a ruler. Now I have to get used to a new one. But that's okay because it's awesome and it doesn't move. And this is about 6 1/4. So we're going to take and turn 11/20 for Sue Ann. It's 11/17 for me. Well, same thing, 11/20, 11/17, same thing. All right, we're going to turn that off for a second, though, and go to my calculator because we're going to go 9.75, and I'm going to divide that by, I don't want to cut too much off. Okay, so let me show you this real quick. This fabric right here, you can see they're pretty darn large, and I don't want to cut off too much of them. So let's divide it by 3 cuts and see what we get. 3 1/4. Let's see, by looking at this fabric, what 3 1/4. By using the smaller ruler. Oh yeah, I get a full skull on that one. About 3 1/4 here. I get an almost full skull on that one, so that should work. Okay, so we'll do 3 1/4 cuts on these. And then we're going to do this next one smaller because these are going to be the in-between pieces, I think. So this is going to get cut 3 1/4. And then this was 6.25. We're going to divide that by, let's say we're making 4 cuts. So 1 1/2. So I can get 4 1 1/2 inch strips from this. So let's do this. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it should look cool. So 1 1/2 and 3 1/4. All right, let's clear that and go back to the video so I can see the comments. It's the only thing about using my phone. I use it for the calculator and everything, but my YouTube from the iPad that I'm borrowing doesn't have a comment section, which kind of sucks. Billy is 12 in the morning, so you're an hour away. An hour ahead, and Debbie's 2 hours ahead. All right, guys, so let's make sure all these are nice and aligned. Oh, they better be perfect because they have to be cut at 3 1/4. All right, so that's good, that's good, that's good, and that's good. Okay, so let's get 3 1/4. We're going to get used to this new ruler. We're going to line all these up. And it sticks to the fabric, so I got to pick it up and move it. That's the only thing I don't like about it so far, but I guess after a while I'll get used to it. I'm going to trim all these to the same exact length or same exact size to start for a nice clean cut. Pull all that off. We're going to come over 3 1/4. So hold on a second because this ruler reads differently. 1, 2, 3, and then there's the quarter. Okay. I'm not used to this yet because I have to turn it around to read it just right because it's a 1/2 inch it starts with because it's an 8 1/2 inch ruler. So, all right, 3 1/4. We're going to get 3 1/4 inch cuts. Where was I again? 1, 2, 3. And there's the quarter right there. Line it up. It's going to be so cute. I just know it. Okay, 3 1/4. And this last cut should get 3 1/4 by trimming off and straightening out this edge over here. Okay. So I got 3 1/4 inch strips from that. And this one is 1 1/2. And it gave me a little wiggle room on this one with the math, so. All right, let's find that 1/2 inch side and get used to that now. There's a 1/2 already on this side. So 1 1/2. Well, let's straighten it up first. Line it on a line. Straighten up one side. Right there and right there. Hi, Ramona. All right, so straightening up one side. Now let's cut some 1 1/2 inch strips. Get used to this now. Okay, so here's one, and then there's a 1/2 already on this ruler. Again, I'm totally not used to this, but now I'm going to lose the skulls on this side, but it'll still be cute. All right, so lined up on the one. It's hard because you can't move the ruler. You actually have to pick it up. There's 1. Okay, that's 2. That's 3. Come on. I actually have to pick up the ruler. It's the only thing about having long nails, I think, that makes it harder to pick up rulers as well. And 1 more. Cut 4. Pretty much just straightening that side up. Okay, so there's my 4 cuts that are 1 1/2. This feeling on my hands is getting annoying. I should just wash them, but I can't keep getting them wet because they've been bleeding. And I don't want to bleed on the fabric. That wouldn't be good. All right, so now 4 of those, 3 of these, and they're all different colors. So let's make an arrangement. Move that out of the way. I want a bunch of different arrangements. Just move these up out of the way. How are your legs and hips? Horrible. But the more I just keep up and moving around, the more I don't think about it. So that's why I'm in here. But if I have to get up and down on the floor, then that's the part that I don't like. All right. Because it doesn't feel very great. Just put that there, that there, that there, that there. Actually, let's put that there. I have no idea how big this is going to turn out or if it's even going to look right, but we're just playing around here anyway. That there. So, that there, and that there. Okay, so we got that. I have 1 whole stack left. We'll fix that together in a minute. And then we have 4 1 1/2-inch strips. So we have a front and a back of the bag so far. We have handles and whatever else we need to make with all the other pieces. All right. Now, hi Jim. I'm liking the colors. I'm liking your colors there. And I didn't even pick these colors. This was all sent for my birthday by Lacey. So, yeah. All right. We're going to start with putting blue here, like so. Let's put the red one on this side. No, we don't want to do that. We want to put the red this side and the blue on this side because one of these is skulls. So we'll put skulls on this side. This one on this side. And I have a flowers one for this end. There we go. Once all these together, it's going to be long. Yes, very long. That doesn't look right. See, this is what improv is. It doesn't look right, so you figure something out. So let's do this again. We're going to see what happens here. We're just going to mess around because I know I'm going to lose 1/4-inch seams as well. There. Here. And there. If I sew them together, I'm going to lose 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4.5 inches. So that would make it smaller. It could be an elongated bag, or I can use all these other pieces to make a top. I don't know. Now I got myself thinking, what the hell am I doing? Okay. Let's change this up a bit. Long purses are okay. They're hip. They're in style, right? I wonder if I can figure out how to make it angle up. I have to look at my other purse and think about that because I actually don't know. I think I'm going to try that. To like, the bottom would be flat, right? And then the top could just kind of create like an angle up because it's going to shrink. Or I can cut this down into strips. I could do that too, guys. Ordered 5 inch blocks, came out not cutting right, recutting. Not what I wanted to do. What if I just did this without these? Like that. And use these to go around it somehow. Or use these towards the inside. I could do these on the inner lining. So I'm not liking it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these out. Just make a big stack. And then I think these, I'm going to lose 1, 2 inches off of that. I'm trying to make a small purse. I'm not trying to make an overly huge mungo jumbo purse. And I still have to cut the selvage off, but I was kind of just going to leave it all on there. This would make it too long adding these guys. So these guys will save for another part, and that will save for another part. We can just build around it. Or, aha, I could put 1 on each end like this. I kind of like that. How about I do that? Let's cut the selvages off real quick because I should have done that in the first place. I know what I'm doing now. I am going to make it pieced. Let's cut all these selvages off. And have some fun with this real quick. also make it reversible. I could. Because I pulled out black for the inside anyway, and I was going to throw this piece in as a pocket. So reversible actually works. Let's put these pieces together first with some of these on the ends, and then see what happens. I don't need the big huge ruler for this little cut though. Alright, so line that on there just right. Slice those off. We'll line this on here just right. And slice those off. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to slice them in half so that I can stick two in here like this. You know, one on each side. So let's cut this in threes, but different lengths. So we'll do 3 1/4. And then we'll insert that. And then we'll do a different length, say 4 1/4. Oh yeah. Yeah, Lacey, I decided to make a purse. And now let's do 3 1/4 again. Look at that. Okay, that works. Now I'm going to sew in between different colors of these, in between, like so, like that, you know, the other side on, but a different color in each one. And I'm not even going to bother trimming them down. I'm just going to start sewing them. Bring them over here. Bring it over here. Bring it over here. And I'm going to start sewing these pieces on, and then I will trim everything after that. It will be, because when you sent it and I opened the box and I saw this and I was like, that is like the perfect purse. This is the perfect purse. Well, let's slide this up out of the way a little. Bring all my little pieces over here. Just for the lining, I'm just going to use everything that I got here. Awesome, right? It supplied me with enough fabric for a purse, hopefully. All right. So let's take one and a color that doesn't match it, put it on here, and I forgot to cut the selvages off. Oops. We're going to sew a quarter seam. I'm going to make little strip units. I'm going to make them different. No, I don't want to add it to that one. I don't want to add it to that one. I'm just going to kind of come to the end, trim it, move it, grab this next piece, put this one on it. That one, the end is cut off. Then I'll trim them down. I should have just trimmed them down. I like to make things hard on myself here. Mess up really bad, I can send a little more. What size are you shooting for? Whatever size it comes out. I have no idea. I'm just making it. I'm just gonna sew these on and see what happens. So I have no idea what's gonna happen here. We'll see. Hold on. I used that one, and that one. I have this one to use now. Mix that together. And this one. Which one did I not use yet? Big flowers. No, I used big flowers. I used pink. I used blue. I didn't use the skull one. Okay. Let's put this one on here. And then I'll cutting them. Get that out of the way. I should have just made them all these sizes, but you know me, I don't think ahead of time. I just want to build. Put it down right there. Just want to make it. I just want to make something. Right there. First one, cut off both sides. Salvage in there. Okay. Pretty sure that was the same order it was in. So now let's finger press. This was the top one. Right, that was the top. And the second one was this one. I'm trying to make both sides at least the same. That's my goal. Hopefully. Up there. Because it was the skull was the third one. Yep. And then it went blue and flower. Okay. Wouldn't be improv if all done ahead of time, right? Exactly. I kind of just making it up as I go. But I'm going to make it work. Okay. So now each of these have an 1.5 inch little piece on it. And now I'm going to attach this in the same order that they're in, I think. Because each strip unit will be different. No. I don't want that. I want them different. I'm going to put that one on the bottom. And I'm going to do the same. No, I don't want that. I don't want that either. That doesn't work. We'll just make them all the same. No, I won't. Hold on. Let's look. And then it would get red again. I guess that will look cute. And then I just sew them together. Okay, that's what I'll do. That's why I have the rest of these pieces. So we'll just keep them in the same order that they're in. That works. So I will be finger press like so. And then while I'm here, I'll just attach this other side. I should just bring my scissors over here. That would probably be easier. And just do this from sitting down and not have to get up at all. So we'll cut that. Keep that piece there. Smiling. All right, and add the last. Oh, all this stuff is like now in my super duper way. All right, add the last one. And I'm finger pressing towards the little small piece. All right, so there's one unit, and then I'm gonna make all these units and then sew them together. So I just got to remember when I do this set that I have all these same color in the row, you know. So let's do this one. It should look okay, and if it doesn't, oh well, because guess what? It don't matter. I'm having fun. So this one has that lighter one. So let's add this. I'm going to cut the selvage off while I'm right here. Put this on here. Sew it, cut it, put the next piece on. Because I can't sleep. That is why, Teresa, hello, why aren't you sleeping? Because you probably woke up to go to the bathroom or something, right? Or because you're sewing still. No, I'm in a pain, so I'm doing what I do best when I'm in pain. And I really, really, really love this fabric. And since I don't have anything to use with my Dresden yet, I need at least 4 yards of the color. I kind of need to do something else until I have 4 yards of something to make that. All right. I'm starting to get pretty warm though. Okay, there's set number 2. Ooh, this is going to be cute. And why is that so big? That was not no 1.5 inches. You guys see this right here? That was not an 1.5 inch piece. Oh well, I could like totally stagger it and then use the centerpiece of it and then add more around it. I'm going to open my window, so I'm going to go on this side and block the camera for a second. If I can get it open. Stupid wooden blinds are falling apart. Okay, that was weird. I was watching a video about brain cancer, glioblastomas. Fresh air. No, yes, I need fresh air. I need fresh air. Alright, so this one got blue blocks. These all look really cool, don't they? The only one I haven't finished was Anna's because I need to measure it and stuff, but the rest of them have all been pressed and signatures added, and or the little tag that was made for Debbie's was added to hers, and the rest of them got signatures where they needed them. Only a couple needed name and state and city. I don't know why, but this round of pieces that I'm using right here does not look like 1.5 inches. Nope, they were 1 3/4 inches. I messed up on the ruler. Ay, ay, ay. I'm still sewing them together though. I don't care. I don't know what happened. My measurements were not accurate. Embroidery class tomorrow and advocate on wool, so I'm going back to bed. Okay, Teresa, well, get some sleep. I'm going to do this just because of that whole weird off size. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm having fun. That's all that matters. I get hot in my sewing room, but I can turn the fan on because everything would be blown around. Well, I have the ceiling fan on, but nothing else. So I opened this for some air. Praying for your pain. Oh, it'll be fine. I will live, Teresa. I will live. It just sucks, that's all. Like, really. This. I'm still trying to get used to that ruler, though, Teresa. I was using it, and I think that's why I'm messing up here. But that's okay. I will make it work. Too cold here to open the window. If you're lucky, you can do that. Yeah, I would. If I lived anywhere else, I would probably never open my windows. But I live here. You could still open your window up until, like, I don't know, about mid-December, I guess. It depends. This year's been really weird weather. It got really freezing cold for a while, and then it's warmed up again. So I don't know. It's probably like, I don't know, 65 out right now. 63, 65, somewhere around there. How's that looking so far from your angle? It looks kind of cool to me. All right, let's put this on here. What I could do is use a different color. Oh, and that will make them not look messed up. That's what I can do, is I can put a strip of some other color in between everything, and they won't look messed up. Oh, that's what I shall do. I know, I change my mind so much, but this is, after all, an improv project. I felt like making a purse, so I'm making a purse. So I think I'm going to reach behind the camera in a minute. I'm going to grab a, kind of thinking like a reddish pinkish color. Because there's not really much purple in, oh, but I could bring in a purple to bring out the purple, but hold on, let's see. All right, so there's that. Before I do anything, okay, so bending over is not one of my strong points right now, guys. I'm going to reach behind the camera. I have two really pink colors, and then I have a purple. Let's see what this purple looks like. No, it's not the right color. Even though there's purple in this, it's not screaming at me. Let's grab the pink one and see real quick. Let's grab a pink one. How about this? No, that pink won't work. How about this pink? This pink is in everything, but I don't think it looks right. I'm gonna leave it there for a second. If I put black, hold on, blocking the camera, unblocking camera. I could put black, but I don't want the black to fall into the black because there's black in here. That's the only problem. I really like the purple idea because I like purple. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring out the purple and put purple. What about black or red? I just looked at black. I don't have any red, unfortunately. I don't have any blue either. Look at that. Ooh, how about pink with lighter pink polka dots? Oh, I do have a blue with lighter blue polka dots. Where did that go? No, I do not. No, I do not. I must have used it all. So imagine this in between every one. Just a small strip. This actually looks good. It's pink with pink polka dots. So it actually draws out the pinks in this, and it still looks good next to the blue. Mona's saying white. Let's see what white looks like. I don't know if I want white. My improv purse is turning into a help me make it, guys. All right, so here's with white. White kind of just blahs it out, honestly. So imagine a white strip in between everyone. I think it kind of blahs it. I think the pink kind of looks really good. And the black will take it away. We don't want to take the color away. But then it'll also shadow it, which is the good thing, is shadowing. But I think I'm going to go with this pink. It's only a small strip that I'm putting it, like, I can even cut it at 1 inch. I just want to separate them a little. About the pre-cut squares, do you have anything? What do you mean pre-cut? My strips, like my pre-cut strips that I have, or actual pre-cut squares of colors? I don't know. Could just go with black and then make it shadow looking. Pink looks good. This pink looks good too. I'm just going to hold it against these 3, but this pink looks good too. Because this pink is the lighter pink in here, which is what that other pink is, but the other pink has a pattern. I have tons of pre-cuts, tons and tons of pre-cuts, but I don't know what to use with it. I think I'm going to go with that other pink as opposed to this pink, because I think the polka dots go great. So let me try to squeeze back in here and throw this back on the shelf real quick. I'm looking on my shelves thinking what else I have. I think this is the best, using this pink. All right, we're going to go with this pink. I'm just going to cut off just a little bit. That's all I need. And we're going to go in between each. Wow, this is one crooked piece of fabric here. Last time I used it. Line this up. It's on a line. It's on a line. I only need, we're going to cut, gotta turn this around because that's my half side. We're going to cut, I'll cut 3 1-inch strips. No, maybe 1.5 is better. I don't want it to be too long, but 1.5 is better. Because that just makes it 1 inch in the middle. So I'm going to cut 3 1.5-inch strips. 1. Because that's all I need. If I need more, I'll cut more off. 2. And 1 more. My improv stuff here. Okay. There's my 3 cuts. Put that over there for now. And put these back in order. So this one and that one. And this one. That one goes to the center. And that one goes there. I'll put a pink strip on each side. Let's get rid of the selvages. Well, I have to do is sew them on. Hold on, I'll look at the comments in a second. I'll just cut all these off real quick. Because this is non-pressed fabric, so I will have to press everything before I start putting this bag together. As long as I make both sides of the bag exactly the same, it should work out. My fingernails weren't so long, I wouldn't have issues picking rulers up. I gotta go get them filed down. Alright. So that's gonna go this, then that, and that. And then we'll make these sets. Okay. So this is piece 1. sew it on. Everything is only finger pressed for now too, guys. If you remember, that's what I was finger pressing only. And nothing is exactly the same length either, because that one strip ended up 1.75 inches instead. So they're going to offset, which I think I'm going to do that on purpose. Just ever so slightly, not too much. I think it'll help add character to the project. So we're going to cut that. We're going to finger press it towards the pink. I'm going to add this one, and I'm going to offset it just a little, purposely. No, not that much. Never mind. They do all lay the same. It's just this big one. That's it. One's just like 1 inch too big. We're going to put it down some anyway. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. Screw it. I think it's cute, no matter what I do. Good night, Billy. We'll see you next time. Towards the pink. Oh, they're automatically offset. Look at that. That makes it perfect. Alright, open this up, press it, add the next piece. Hold on, let's see where they're going to land. That way or that way? Let's go that way. Pink again. This improv stuff is so fun. How many of you make stuff just on the wing, just because? I do this quite often. I make quilts this way all the time. It's midnight here in Idaho. Night, night, all. Okay, good night, Sue Ann. Sleep well. Alright, some more pink. It's going to be a very different purse, let me tell you. It's not going to be perfect by no means, but it will be definitely different. Definitely different. 100% different than anything anyone else has. And this piece is super short, which is like super crazy. Okay. So here is one section. I think the pink looks good. And see, they're not equal. I kind of flipped the pieces around so they line up in different spots. So that will be one side of this bag. So now let's create side 2. I'll leave that on my lap, I guess. Hi, Dwana. Cute. Okay. So we have, this has the red in between. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 pieces this size. Oh, I got to cut the selvage off. So we're going to cut 2. I'm going to just like seriously sit here and use the scissors and do what I used to do in the beginning. There's 1. Let's cut a second the same size. Look at that. Totally not straight. Definitely crooked. There we go. Okay. So those are those. I can go there. So this is piece 1, row 1. So I'm gonna lay those there. I am making an improv purse. Why? Because I feel like it. So let's bring up row 1. And sew them together. Yeah, you know me. I like to just kind of do whatever, make whatever. I didn't have enough of this. It was a gift from Lacey. So I didn't have enough to do much else with it. So I figured, why not a purse? And when I first opened the box, when I opened it and saw this, the first thing I thought was handbag. So might as well have some fun with it. Sorry, I'm just kind of straightening things up too while I'm at it. All right. So here's row 1, which would have been this side. And look, you know, I can just already sit here, not do anything or go anywhere, and add the strip between it first. And then set aside, put the next row together. And if this turns out a complete disaster, you guys got to witness me make a complete disaster. Yes, I think so too. That is why I wanted that over a different color when I was choosing. It was either pink or purple, but purple wouldn't have brought out the rest of the colors as much because it's only in one area. All right, so that goes there. The blue one has this flowery one in it. All right, so, oh no, we're on the pink one. I'm out of order. Pink one has this flowery one in it. I have some metal skull crossbones I can send you to use on it if you want. No, I think this will be fine. What was I using? This one. Okay. I'm just going to sew it to it and then trim it because that I think was easier. I think it'll be good because I don't want to have to wait to put any more stuff together. So I just have fun with what I'm doing now, and then I have some sparkly sugar skull fabric that was sent to me as a gift a long time ago, over a year ago, and it's waiting for that perfect project. And this is not the perfect project for it. I have exactly 4 yards of it. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I know it's going to be a special project. Probably something for myself personally. It is a glitter fabric too, so I'm not really one for glitter fabric, but I will use it because it's adorable. This pink and glitter because I think I have the same fabric. Mine's the black one that I have. Let me show you real quick before I sew that together. I'm blocking the camera. This is the one I have. So it's black background. And I have 4 yards of it. But it's waiting for the right perfect project. So it just sits on the shelf. I also have an owl fabric that I like so really much, but I only have 1 yard of it, and I don't know what I'm going to put it with, but it will go with something someday. Uh-oh. I think the pin got stuck up here. Okay. I bought some of that. Yeah, it's adorable. Definitely, definitely adorable. Or you almost bought some of that. Okay, I'm going to move off camera to take my sweatshirt off. I'm in my pajamas, though, and I don't want my shirt to come up while I'm off the camera. I haven't even turned the heater or the iron on. Okay, you just know that in the middle of the night, I only wear pajamas. I don't wear my custom shirts, but... All right, where was I? Okay, so this goes on here. All right, so this one is together. Yeah, some of my fabrics I have, it's like, they're supposed to be blue next, so we'll just wait for that one. Okay, what's on the sugar skulls? That would be this one. I forgot what I want, guys. Sorry. Brain fart moment. What's on the blue one? Okay, that flower. So what is on the flower one? The sugar skull. Okay. This is definitely a one-of-a-kind handbag that's going to happen that nobody else will have one of. So that's going to be the perfect part of this. And some of these skulls are perfectly in the middle. So that's cool. It's a plus. Sort of going to be the same, but sort of not going to be the same, I guess. On each side, I mean, I'm talking about each side of the this. goes on the blue. And then Sugar Skull was on the flower. And then the rest of these I can put together into something else. Same but different. Same but different what? Like what I'm doing? Okay, then this. And don't ask me all the cuts because I have no idea. You'll just have to rewatch the video if you want to make something similar. I doubt any of you are going to want to make my jumbled mess, but it's nice to see and watch what ends up happening with it once I do complete this task of making a purse. Once I get this part done, then the rest of it should go together great. Should have done something different though. Now that I'm working on it, I'm thinking, it would have looked cool if I would have tried something else, but that's okay. Add it. I think ours is the same because mine has a black background too. I'll post a picture in the group. Okay. Well, look, it's probably the same. I think it came from Walmart. It's a David Textiles brand, and that's a Walmart. That's something that's sold at Walmart. So, but you know me, I don't mind shopping at Walmart for fabric because it's the same to me as any other fabric, honestly. Feels great, sews great, and always works in whatever project that I'm using or making. And the best part is the price is right. And you can buy fabric online from Walmart.com, which actually comes from other fabric distributors other than Walmart brands, like the Waverly brand, you know. You can get other brands from Walmart. You don't have to get the Waverly brand. You can get David Textiles, Emma and Claire, or Emma and, what is it? Is it Claire and Emma? Or something like that. Emma and Anne? I forgot. Whatever it is. There's quite a few brands that Walmart does carry on their website that they can get. And I think most of it's ordered over overstock.com, and other vendors use Walmart's. They use Walmart's bigness, I guess, the big huge company of it to sell. I forgot what the word I'm looking for is. You guys probably know what I'm trying to say. Establishment. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Whatever the word is I'm looking for, they use that because it's a set up thing. So yours has more pink stuff in it. Mine doesn't have as much pink flowers. I'm looking at her picture that she just sent. But then I'm not looking at close. No, it looks the same. It has the glitter around it. They just look brighter in a picture. Okay. Now let's put this back in order. So it was that one, then this one, then this one, then this one, then that one. Okay. So I already got that. Let's attach this. Yeah, this will be an elongated purse. The other vendors don't get free shipping. Exactly. Of course, I think we do get free shipping on some things because Scott does all the shopping. some things we have ordered and got free shipping. Yes, definitely the same brand. All right, next. Almost done, and then I can quilt these. I gotta cut the piece to go with it, and they're all offsetting just the same as these ones did, so I don't know why that's happening. Guess my cuts were just wrong this time? I don't know. Knowing me, I messed something up because that's what happens all the time. And then you guys look at my quilts and go, such a beautiful quilt. You'd never know I messed up half of it. Maybe that's why I walk you guys through the whole process, so you can see my screw-ups. That way I can go back and remember, oh, okay, I'm not going to do that again. Oops, that just happened. So sometimes if you take off too quick with a machine, it will de-thread itself, which just so happens to be super duper duper dumb that it happens. You know what? That is a good idea, actually. I could add the pink to the top and bottom so that the bag could be the same size as my other one in sort ofness, and add pink so one side of the handles could be the colors that I put aside, and the other side of the handle could be the pink, like a double handle. But I was also thinking of creating like a loop to make a long over the shoulder, not just the two handles, but I don't have any of those purse things that are metal that you attach to whatever. I don't have any of those, so I would have to get stuff like that to make it to where you can hook a longer handle on it. I've never done that kind of stuff either, so mine I made the perfect size for me. This I have no idea how it's going to come out. But yeah, I could add the pink to it. I think the last one was like 15 by 18 inches or something like that, or I don't remember how I did it. Sometimes I remember things, sometimes I don't. It all depends if I remember or not. When I look at something, sometimes the memory comes back, but sometimes it doesn't happen either. I think I'm going to do that, though. I'm going to cut a 2.5 inch strip. I'm going to cut a 2.5 inch strip. No, I'm going to cut a 3-inch strip for each end, because these ends will touch, I think, when it's in a purse. We'll see right now. Let me finish doing this, and then I'll press it and measure it and then see, because I'm thinking it was 15 inches, my other one. I look over at it and I'm thinking that's about 15 inches, because I had to readjust that center, if you guys remember watching my other bag. That was odd. That never happens to me. All right. So here's two of the same pieces. I'm going to measure my other one while I put the iron in. Sorry, didn't mean to cuss. It happens. Ow, ow. Let's use this real quick. That was like 15. I don't know where I got that number from. I'm going to add pink at the bottom, just a 2.5 inch strip, but I got to press these and trim them a little bit because there's a couple little wonky areas. So let's cut another strip off. Half will go on one, half will go on the other. Let's just do 3 inches so that it lands at the bottom of the bag. I should have a straight cut for my last cut, so I'm going to cut. Actually, let's do 3 1/4. You know why? Because I'm going to have to take away the seam on each piece. That way, no, 3 1/2. I'm thinking about it right now. Let's do 3 1/2 right there. Right there, right there, right there. Okay, so that's going to go on the bottoms as soon as the top. I'm going to leave not on there. Just going to leave it alone. We're going to see what happens here. Purse is going to be different than what anyone else has. And now that I think about it, I think I might just end the top with a small strip, big one on the bottom, so that becomes the bottom of the purse, and a small one on the top for that lip all the way around, because I do have a really pink color that, see how you can see it. It's a really pink color that I can quilt it and do all the trimmings and stuff on the quilt, on the bag with. That's what I'll do. I'm going to cut one more strip. That's 2 inches. That way the top will line up perfect when I do that fold over thing. All right. That's what I'm going to do. See how I just make things up as I go? Okay, so that's the top and bottom. Let's cut a 2 inch strip because that's just going to line 2 inches. It's going to make the top where it's going to connect into the lining, and it'll just create a nice little lip. All right, so there's that. Now, out of the way for a second. Let's straighten these up to the same exact size. All right. Line it up. Using the lines on the ruler to match the lines of my seams. Seam, nice, nice, nice trim. So I'm barely trimming anything off. Now I'm going to flip it around and trim this side off. About right there. I'm going to line all these lines up. Those are perfect, perfect, perfect. Make sure they're both the same. And they are. Okay. So now we're going to make sure that they're the same on each side of the purse. So when the purse is together, it'll be the same. Or should I do it opposite like this, where it comes together and opposite sides would be, you know what I mean? Like the blue is on this side and the teal is on that side. I think I like that better, actually. So that way it's like it's wrapping around. All right, I'm going to make this the same as that. We just have a nice straight line to help. Just going to sew this on. Making it the same exact, that way it just sews on, and I'm going to cut 2 of these. Let's straighten that up right there. Sorry, I'm at the iron for a second. Getting rid of that fold. Mix it up. Okay, it works perfect like that, yes. This side, so there's 2. And then we'll do the same for the top and bottom. It'd be smart if I just cut them both at the same exact time. Stay, I'll line it up. And there we go. Move all that out of the way. All right. So we're going to put this on here. And then we're going to quilt the whole entire thing. So this one gets that and that one gets that and that. And you know the front from the back at a glance. All right. So all these little pieces can just go over here for now. We're going to attach this to this and that to that. And because this is getting quilted in, this double layer of, because I can't free motion quilt with just the batting. It gets stuck even with the feed dogs up or down. So I always have issues with it. So I'm going to use a poly blend fabric to throw underneath, which will be a second lining within the lining, which makes it super thick. Very thick feeling purse, bag, whatever. It's going to be an elongated bag. It's going to look really cool, though. Sorry, I had to change out a bobbin. All right, now let's do the same to this. How I'm going to quilt it. I think I'm going to do, I don't know what. How should I quilt it, guys? I don't want anything too extravagant. I don't want to spend all night here. maybe I should just straight line quilt it, huh? That would allow me to get it done tonight. Okay. My piece was a little bit longer than I had thought. Okay. So now I just need to press that one. See if this one's sticking out at all. Just a little bit. Kind of is not going to matter because I'm going to quilt it. I think I'm just going to straight line quilt it. I think that will look fun. Cross hatch. I will cross hatch this darn thing. That's what I'll do. All right, let me press and get rid of this note on my computer saying that I have no idea what. Do waves or squiggles in the pink fabric. I think I'm just going to cross hatch the whole purse. Or I can stitch a flower. I think I have to switch out my foot and put the free motion foot on here. All right, so there's one side. I'm gonna lay this right here so you guys can still see it. Although a flower does seem more appropriate. I mean, because I have flowers on my tattoo on myself with my sugar skull. Flowers, they're roses and lilies, but I think it seems appropriate. I also think if this is going to go on the back and this is going to go on the front, that this side needs a pink and this side needs a pink, but only on one piece. That when they combine, when I sew them together, that it would not be them directly hooked. It's going to be the pink. What do you guys think? I think I should do that. So add one pink strip to this one on one side and to this one on the opposite side. That way when I connect them into a purse after I quilt them, that's what I have to do because I think that will work. Okay. Hold on, let's see how much I have left of this. Let's just cut a new piece. So let's cut 1.5 inch strip, and then I should be done with this pink. And then I can work on quilting this. It's just 1.5 inch strip. Let's go to that side where the half is already there. That's what I'm going to do because that seems more likely to line up. It's going to be a nice big bag, so all right. I need 2 cuts that are this long. Just cut that fold away. So notice I don't do really much measurements because I know things will have to be adjusted and trimmed and so on and so forth. All right, so one will go on this side like this, and this one will go on this side like this. Try not to confuse myself, and that's all because then that way they can be hooked together once I'm done quilting. I think I'm putting more thought into this than I did my last one. What do you guys think? guess I put more thought into things when I can't sleep. Good night, everyone. I feel the sleepy coming. Good night. Looks good, Tiffany. All right, Dewana, we'll see you next time. Have a good rest, or have a good rest of your night, or actually just get some sleep. Sorry, I was trying to talk there and it didn't come out right. All right, so I'm just pressing this off camera real quick. Just gonna throw this over here, and we're gonna cut out some white and then some batting. I gotta find some batting. That should be good over there. We'll look and see. All right, so here's the pieces. So when this finally connects to this, like that, see what I'm saying here? So now it'll create right here on this edge, and then this side will be the same, so that none of the actual fabric is touching. So there we go, opposites, just like that. That's a big one. Okay, so let's cut out this background, backing, whatever I want to call it. And then we'll make the lining and stuff as soon. This is just for the quilting part. So I need about that much. Looks good to me. Bam. Doesn't even cut a straight line because I don't care. It's just for the quilting. And then we'll split this in half. It's just a poly blend. I have so much of this stuff, I might as well use it all. Okay. So now let's find some batting real quick because I don't have any next to me. Ow, ow, ow. Let's see what I have here. Is that big enough? Oh my goodness, that is like perfect. Look at that. Seriously, right there. So there's one. We're just gonna cut that off. And this should be piece number 2. Get some batting. Oh my god, that one's not enough. Are you kidding me? Let's see if this side of it's wider. Sometimes these are funky. Nope. Let's grab another piece. Nope. Maybe the other side of it. Why does this batting look thicker than this batting? Because it is. It's 2 different brands. Let's see if there's enough to cut one more, because this is 2 different brands and this stuff is really thin. And I want a nice thick purse. Yep, this is much better. Okay. Ow! Every time. I was trying not to do any bending over. That's impossible. All right, let's just throw that out of the way. You could have a scrappy inside and a scrappy couple of pockets. Well, that's what I was thinking with all this. We will see. Once it's quilted, then I'll measure it to make my inside piece. All right, so let's put one of these on each. So let's lay this down first. And lay this on top. Normally I would pin it, but I think I'm just gonna wing it. Center it a little. Make sure everything's flat. You know, the cool part about polyester is that if I was to take the iron to this, as it is, it'll warm up this polyester and it will like melt to the fabric. So I think I'm going to do that real quick to show you guys. This See how well it works. It might not be that kind of polyester though, the batting, because some battings will literally melt. Just try not to put the iron directly on the batting. I'm not sure if it's going to work because this might be a blended batting. Nope, it's sticking. So it's kind of melting. Beats using pins, huh? Just got to hold it a few seconds and keep your iron off of it. And it's still just as thick. But this way, when I quilt it, I don't have to use pins. You see? See that? So there's a little trick for you guys. You don't want to use pins. Just iron. If it's a really thick batting and it's 100% polyester, it should kind of melt too. All right. So there's my back and front melted to it. Let's do the same thing with the next piece. Just don't touch the iron batting. That's all I got to say, because then you'll melt it to your iron. It doesn't work the same though with poly fabric. It doesn't melt it, but it will like a weird wrinkle will happen. But I have so much bags and bags and bags of batting. The stuff that I've been using now on the long arm, that's the stuff that I've been franken piecing together for tiny quilts. But this stuff, I've got bags and bags of it. It's Mountain something brand that I used to use. I think it's Mountain Mist or Mountain something. Just got to hold it for a second. It's not a fusible batting, batting. That's what I was looking for. It's not a fusible batting. It just happens this way because it gets so hot. It melts onto it. But it's a pretty thick loft, so it's not flattening anything, and my iron is on hot. Plus, you have a nice piece that's freshly pressed really nicely. So see, again, see that? It's stuck. So now I just got to turn it over and stick the other side to the batting as well. Some people use poly only, so why not? Ta-da! So look at that. Oh, unstuck right there. But no pins needed. All right. Let's change the thread color and do some... Yeah, Mountain Mist. That's the brand. And then the other brand that I used is... That's not it. Morning Glory. Morning Glory is the other brand that I used to use all the time. Because they were little bags and I could, they were convenient for me to buy. All right, so let's move all this out of my way. I'm just going to cross hatch. You can use paper tape. Let me see if I can even see this. Or chalk pencil. That's not going to work. Oh, my chalk is in here. Yay. Or you can use a chalk pen. Make sure there's not a bazillion amounts of chalk in there. Grab a color that you're going to be able to see, which I have a feeling will be not white. Or maybe white will. Nope. Oh yeah, I can kind of see that. Okay. All right. And I'm going to grab a ruler and I'm going to mark both of these exactly the same. So If this is going to be for this side, I'm going to mark as if they're going together. So this would hook to, nope. This hooks to this side and that hooks to that side. Okay. So I'm going to mark them exactly the same. Hopefully my lines will meet up. You need a long enough ruler to go corner to corner to start a crosshatch. So I'm going to pretend that this is long enough because both of my rulers are going to be exactly the same. And that looks about corner to corner to me. So let's adjust that a little. Now I'm just going to mark it. My chalk pencil is a little bit bigger than the thing. So I'm going to mark this one mark across. And then we're going to turn it. Mark the cross that goes this way. And I will work from there. So we'll come over 2 inches. Let's do 2-inch cross hatching. How's that? So because of the width of my pencil, we're going to line it up at 1.5 because of my pencil. Because this is a pretty thick chalk piece, I've noticed. All right, so let's mark this side. So I think this will look cool cross-hatched. So let's keep going 1.5-inch marks all the way down. One way and then all the way the other way. So this shouldn't take too long. So anybody that wants to do it, you can do it with paper or you can do it with chalk. The chalk will remove itself as you're sewing on chalk lines because the powder kind of just ends up hitting under the needle and it disappears. At least that's been what happens in my experience, except when I use dark chalk colors. Okay. Just keep lining them up until I have the whole thing marked. And I can't see comments because I haven't looked. I'm trying to mark real quick. As long as I can see the lines, it's all that matters. But I do want it to be equal. Yes, and I don't have to play with the spray. Melts, styrofoam, and nail polish remover melts. Packing peanuts? Interesting. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. Chicks dig fluffy. Oh, for the purse and scrappy handles. Did I miss anything else? You're going to have scraps left over. You're going to have scraps of the fabric left over. Yep, I will, right here. So far. All right, let's keep marking. Marking. And it's going to be with pink thread. So it's going to look super adorable. And then there's going to be one more little line right there in the corner, which probably won't matter because whatever. Let's just keep going. I should be able to do this on my own, but sometimes I'm just not really good with cross-hatching without some kind of reference. I mean, you guys could try it and all, but sometimes it works better to just mark it. Sorry, my back is starting to hurt, so I'm going to start getting like antsy. It's kind of weird. My back hurts really, really bad. Standing, sitting, sitting, standing. Now I'm just like standing in one position, which makes things worse, I think. Just like laying in one position or sitting in one position for long periods. All that is like irritants for severe back pain. Trying to mark this whole entire thing equally. I think I need more chalk, because that little diggy piece is not coming out. Ah. By the way, the baby got into my chalk and broke a lot of it. So I have to use up all my little broken pieces. All right, where was I? 1.5 inch. I guess I still have to mark the other one. This is taking too long. I should have just free-handed it. No, I'm trying to make it somewhat nice. I don't want it to be a super duper dumb project. It doesn't help that this ruler sticks to fabric, so it makes it hard for me to slide it around. I'll just use this. Oh my god, I can't see the pink with the pink. 1.5. Is that what? I can't see pink on pink. Okay, never mind. We'll just stick with this again. That right there, right there. All the way across. Sure, why not? I should just free motion quilted. Ah, why didn't you guys talk me out of this? I should have just done whatever. Should have said something. That's okay. The more time I spend, I guess, the more personal it is. And the more fun it ends up. It's one of a kind already, and I haven't even done anything. I mean, I just pieced it together. I can't even see that line that I just made. Okay. And then there'll be another line right there. Okay, I'm going to start with the one and mark the other one after, because I'm not in no hurry. I've never cross-hatched. Thought my walking foot has a bar to run across the seams to make it consistent. Just need the one mark in the middle. Does that not work? You know what? My walking foot is super loud, and mine does not have a bar. The one that does have a bar is my brother machine. So for this machine, no, it does not work. And I'm not even going to use the walking foot anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and use the regular foot, and I'm going to just adjust my tension pressure gauge. And I'm just going to keep whatever color is in the bobbin and just sew. So that's why I'm marking it. I knew it was one of my machines has it. It wasn't this one. So, but yeah, you could just use the bar to do it. Make one line and then just go from there with the bar. I wish it did. That'd be nice. Because this is the one I use the most. But I do some stuff on the brother, and it's not as loud. Like the walking foot on the brother is way quiet. All right, so I'm I'm going to put this over here, out of my way, put that back there. All right. Now I'm going to attempt to nicely crosshatch. Let's make sure I have it correct though while I'm doing this. And I'm going to change my stitch length because I like a bigger stitch when I'm sewing by machine like this. Just stay on that line. Hold it super carefully. Now I'm going to go to the next line, and they're probably not going to be straight, but oh well. I mean, not perfect, at least. And the powder from the chalk is just literally dusting right off. The needle hits it, and it just disappears. All right, so, okay. Once I get this sewn, I'll show you guys, okay? I'm doing a back stitch at the front and back, even though it'll probably get trimmed and sewn into a seam. But I want to make sure that everything is still nicely quilted down. And then I'll trim all those extra pieces off. When I'm finished. Alright, did I go all the way? Okay, now I gotta go all on this side. And I'm pulling it apart as I go too. This would be one thick quilt, by the way, or purse. I am pulling the seams apart as I sew it, like not the seams, but holding it flat. Because there's one thing about cross hatching with thick batting is you can get pleats and puckers, so you need to hold it and make sure. Oh, the chalk pencil is I have no idea. I have the original box. I got it at Joann's. It was like $17 for the whole. You get extra chalk and everything because it was the first kit. And then you can buy the chalk by itself or you can buy the pin by itself. I don't remember the name of the brand though. Whatever it is, I like it. It has tons of colors and lots of extra white. I use it on the long arm mainly. I had it in here because I was using it the other day to mark, not the other day. Well, I always say the other day, but it's like a week ago. I was using it to mark something, and then I meant to bring it back outside. And then the baby got a hold of it and spilt it everywhere and broke some pieces. But I got it at Joann's if you're curious. All right. B-O-H-N. I have no idea what you're trying to write. Sorry. All right, here we go. I'm going across now. I'm making sure I hold as I go so that nothing folds. Pleats down. All right, now I'm going to start doing all the crosses. I got that centered down. Yes, it could be either of those brands. Permanent Sewing uses powder chalk. I actually have a lot of Taylor chalk, which is the kind that I have looks like a, oh my God, what does it look like? It kind of looks like a flower petal. I have tons of that stuff. But I've seen that she uses powder, but I don't chalk stencil things. I just draw on something. And then if I don't like it, I wipe the chalk away just to get my general idea. This is like super duper adorable, guys. Like the cross hatching was definitely a good choice. Definitely a good choice. And choosing pink thread to go along with it. I'm allergic to powdered Pounce chalk. I have never even tried it. The Pounce pads and Pounce chalk. It costs too much. When I bought the chalk pencil, they had Pounce pads there and Pounce chalk, and it was way more expensive, and Scott would have said, hell no. So I never got it. I just got what I got. All right. Go the other way now. This stuff's about to make me sneeze. Just because the powder is bouncing. It bounces up as I sew, but so does the thread that falls off from using cotton thread. That bothers me too. I have a couple of spools in my little drawer, little spools, and there's one in there that is the dustiest. Probably 50 years old too, though. It's really old thread, but it is so dusty, so I've never used it since. right, now because I need to pull all these threads out of the way, because I'm going to sew all the way around the whole entire edge to hold it down, but I'm just going to sew like not even a 1/4 inch, just slightly under, and then I'll come show you guys. I just want these edges tacked down, but I'm going to move all these end cuts from starts and stops out of the way so that I'm not sewing them into it. Okay. So I'm just going to sew right here on the edge all the way around real quick. It'll be hidden within the seam when I attach both ends of the purse together. Come here to the edge, pivot. Oops, get out of the way, you stupid piece. More. All right. So I'm going to leave all those on, but I'm going to come show you guys. Ow, that hurt. Just wipe away the rest of the chalk, or you can just go like this, because it will come off. Okay. There it is, cross-hatched. Now that made it look super cool. And because I used thick batting and I used the poly on the back, it made it so thick. So once the lining is in it too, this will be a very heavy duty purse. So there it is. Let me so you can see both ways of the cross hatching. There we go. So there's that. Now let's do the other side. I'm just gonna lay that there. What did I line? I lined it 1.5 inches. That's right. Okay. So let's start drawing the lines about 1.5 inches from each other. Let's go from the corner. I'm gonna make a start line. Get my chalk out a little more. Make sure that it lands up here. All right. Mark this whole thing. It takes so long. The sewing part, look at how fast that went, guys. That part doesn't take long at all. Fancy. Where am I? Right there. You'd think by now, of all the times I've cross-hatched, that I can do this by eye, but on the other machine, if I was doing something even smaller, I can use that thing, the attachment on it. I don't even know where all the parts to that machine are. And another little tub that looks exactly like the one that you just saw me pull out with the Juki. Go the opposite way. It's good to mark it though, honestly, to get it the same, just in case. At least a couple markings for like where you should be landing points, you know, some kind of markings so that everything lands correctly, especially if you're going to do something that's for like a show quilt or something. That's when markings come in handy, or rulers, but this isn't nothing for show. I'm just having fun making a purse, as you can tell. I'm almost at the point where I can start putting the darn thing together. I just need a piece of pocket, which I decided last time I made a purse that I'm going to put the pocket together a totally different way than I did last time. All right. I figured I wanted to put some kind of like internal pocket, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do all that. Love it. I do too. I think that's going to be adorable. You barely see that line. So I'm spending all this extra time to make sure that this lands correctly. Where I want it to land. Markings. But I think it's going to be worth it in the end. Wait, there's another piece in there? Okay, next line. Sorry, I need to put a new piece of chalk. This one should last a while now. And notice I did not use a walking foot. You can quilt even if you don't have a walking foot, just letting you guys know. Some people don't know that. That was the weirdest sensation. I felt like the ground was moving underneath me. There it is again. It's my hips. It's because I've been standing too long. It's like a weird sensation. Feels like the ground is like rocking. Weird, right? Do any of you have hip problems that feel like the ground is wobbling underneath you? I feel like strange. It's because I'm leaning and my hips is what touches right here, the top of my hip bone. Two more marks. Okay. Your knees do it? It's definitely in my hips. Definitely a strange sensation. All right. Corner to corner. Here we go. This part will go faster than the chalk marks. I promise. Start with the first one. It is accurate. And then go from there. From one to the other, to the other, to the other. And just get it all. Still feels like it, even with sitting. It feels like the ground is moving underneath me. No, we don't get earthquakes here. And ghost wouldn't be painful. No, because it's happening while I'm sitting down, and it's like a constant. It's not as heavy, though, as I was when I was standing up. It was a really strong sensation when I was standing. It's really light right now. It's not like an earthquake shake. It's like a... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just painful, and it feels like this underneath, and then it slows down, and then it gets hard again, and then it slows down under. It's like in the leg, and that's why I stood on the one leg and felt the other, so it's kind of localized on one side. I'm pretty sure it's from standing too long, and my hip was pushed against this, so that's probably why it started. I probably just knocked it numb. So, Lacey, am I making good use of the fabric that you sent me? I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what happens once it's all put together. I'm pretty sure this would be plenty size good purse. Plenty good size purse. Whoa, the longer I'm awake, I guess the more I can't talk. Screw it. Now the opposite direction. well, I have to have something to do. I have lots of quilts planned and things that need to be done, but I was kind of going to just do whatever kind of projects until after the new year, if that makes any sense. Because if I get myself involved in something and I have to wait video to video to video, and then all these other projects, as you can see, hanging right there, they don't get done. And I have so many things that need to be long-armed, like literally before the end of April and middle of May, somewhere around there, you know? So why not do little things and experiment with stuff until I can get back on track? Plus, when I saw it, I was like super excited to make something with it. When I thought first, that was the best idea. Now, we're halfway, or more than halfway, finished, because I just got to cross hatch the opposite side after this and go all the way around. We can trim this, get a size, and make the inner lining. I really cannot talk in the middle of the night. All right, so after this is on, we'll trim them to make the lining. To making something like a shirt out of the rest of that fabric, which is right here that you sent me, the skulls. I don't know how to make a shirt, so I'm gonna have to learn or get a pattern maybe. I don't know how to use a pattern either to make a shirt or something with it. It would be really cool as a button up for Scott though, definitely. That was weird. My machine's doing that weird thing where it makes funny noises again. Just oiled it yesterday, or the day before. Whenever I oiled it, you guys saw me. I have been using it for 2 hours now, though. Or probably more than 2 hours by now. It's a lot longer on this purse than I spent on the last one, that's for sure. Now I'm just going to pull all this around the outside and sew all around it. Just don't want to sew over all these hanging threads. probably going to have to get off of here and finish later because my phone is dying and I can't go all the way over there every time I want to look. I don't have a charger in here with me. Plus, I'll have to roll a pink bobbin, and that's going to be loud because I'll need that for when I put the whole thing together. Sorry, I ran out of bobbin just now. All right. Piece number 2 done. Oh, yeah. It's definitely my leg. And this screen has a ton of crap on it. So there's piece number 2. The cross hatching, it really took away the fact that these aren't level, as well as the fact that some of them didn't turn out 1.5 inches because I accidentally cut that strip funky. So it really made it look like it. And then adding the pink between sets those in, so it's kind of like 3D, you know? I think that looks really cool. All right, so let's trim these down. We're going to create stuff so that we know how to, what size I'm cutting everything else. So I'll line this up here. We're going to trim all the way around. Whole thing. Nice and straight all the way around. Also making sure my edges are straight. As well while I'm cutting, you know, with a line, just like you would with a quilt. And then last side. Okay, so that's all garbage. Oops. Some of these threads are sticking, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Just like Gucci. What's Gucci? Like Gucci purses or something? I don't even know. I think I've seen Gucci bags. Or something like that. One of those names, the brand is the name of it. Maybe it was Louis Vuitton or something I was thinking of. We saw them at the airport. They were so expensive. But then airport stuff is probably the most expensive. I don't really know what their brands look like, but some people do. Oh, say. The only thing about this whole grip to fabric thing. Come on. Line up nicely. I had slight shifting, like super slight shifting. They seem to have the fancy quilting. All right. I've never actually paid attention to other bags, like if they have quilting and stuff, like how they're quilted and things like that. All right, so what I'm going to do real quickly is get both of these together. And that's going to be the top. That's one side. That's the other side. Everything is opposite. And I love the way they're sitting as well. So I'm going to make sure that they're equal. And looks like, look at that. Like I did an amazing job. They are like literally perfect. All right, let's take a measurement. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's read the ruler again. That's 1. Okay. So we have 18 and let's make sure one more. 18 3/4. So because I'm going to lose seams, it's going to be 18. I'm going to miss a little bit more than a quarter here and a little bit more than a quarter here. So we're going to call this, let's take away the quarters now, a little bit more than. Now I'm going to say 17 3/4 is what I want the inside of my bag. So we're going to write this down because I'm going to actually resume this tomorrow. So I said 17 3/4. This would be a big bag. I think I'm going to put a divider in it since I do have lots of extra fabric. Then I'll put a divider in it. So 17, what did I say, 3/4 for lining, and that's wide. And then for my height, we're going to lose some, but this is sitting at 15 3/4. So we're going to take away a seam up here and down there. We're going to go with, hold on, let's make sure I got these numbers correct. 14, and I'm going to lose the top, but we're going to make it more. So 14 7/8, because that is just going to be the thing. So we're going to do, I grabbed this because it was red, but that's chalk. 14 7/8 tall for the lining. And then everything else I'll make pockets, and I think I'm going to make a divider because it's so big. Could you imagine having a divider in a purse that's this big? Like I don't know how I'm going to put it in though, because I've never done that before. But no, I think I sew it in the middle of the lining a little bit further down to one side, because I got to make sure when I pull it through that that's the opposite side of what's open, I think. So I'm going to have to watch a video just in case, but I don't even know if there's videos of an insert piece. So here's what the purse is going to look like on the outside. So this would be quite lovely, big, huge bag. And you know how big bags are really, really popular right now. Obviously, there'll be seams missing too, but, and the bottom will be flat. It'll create a nice flat bottom, and that will be the sides. So, I mean, it's not going to be too huge. So on the inside, it's going to get it in the inside. Everything on the inside will get it. All right. So I'm going to stop this video here, guys, and I am going to come back tomorrow or during the day or night, because it doesn't matter. These videos are, the Insomniac videos can coincide with daytime or nighttime. It doesn't matter, of things that I do. But I'm going to go and I will see you guys all. There's a definitely divider videos. Okay. I will see all 20 of you. Look at that. Stuck around till the very end. I will see all 20 of you hopefully by the next time I make this. If I stick it with Insomnia series only, then you guys that are awake this hour, either tomorrow or the next night, will finish this. But I'm probably so enough excited to where I'll probably finish this tomorrow. So, all right, guys. Thank you for watching. I love you all, and I appreciate you all being here. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe, ring the bell, get notifications, and like and share my videos. And I appreciate you guys joining me when you can't sleep. So, good night. It's really cute. I like it. Bye. Get some rest. Yeah, rest. Like that's going to happen. I'm going to go lay in bed, but I probably won't sleep. Bye.